stretch it out. Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to share with you some of my gym tips and tricks that have absolutely nothing to do with your workout. I wish that I knew these when I first started out going to the gym. I went through a lot of trial and error with my gym aftercare, with my gym pre-care, and just kind of like everything involved that doesn't involve actually working out. So I have my little, it's not really little, it's a big gym bag. I have my big gym bag here today and we're gonna go through it. It's completely different from my gym essentials bag video that I did about a year ago. That is kind of like what I have in my gym bag to work out. This is stuff I kind of plopped in here that doesn't always come with me, but it came with me upstairs so I could film this video. So let's just jump into it. What I have for my pre-care, aftercare, and some things that I have that I bring to the gym that just like really help me out. Number one, this is surprising, I'm sure, to many of you. That's not the right side. That side is French. I live in Canada. I eat a pickle before I go to the gym. Let me tell you a little story here. P.S. Bick's is my favorite type of pickle. Allegedly, they don't have them in the United States. I'm unsure. I will fight you on this. Vlasic? Absolutely not. These other cloudy fucking pickles? No, absolutely not. Bick's, garlic. That's the only pickle for me. Here's my little story for you. When I was about halfway through my meal plan that I spoke about in my fitness journey video, my health journey video, I was about halfway through it and I was doing quite a bit of cardio. So on my training days, I was doing 30 minutes of cardio, and on my rest days, my active rest days, I was doing 70 minutes of low intensity, steady state cardio. So I would walk on the treadmill for 70 minutes. I was also on a meal plan that I was making all of the food myself. And I believe what I was doing, now looking back, was I just wasn't adding enough salt to my meals. So because I came from a lifestyle where I was eating a lot of prepackaged foods and stuff like that, I was getting enough salt to sustain myself throughout my workouts. So it wasn't something that I had ever struggled with before. But now, during this meal plan, I was making all of the food myself. Most of the things were not prepackaged, so they didn't contain really any salt. So I was having my pre-workout meals and not really taking in enough salt to fuel my body electrolyte-wise. One time, I went to the gym, I was on the Stairmaster, and I just started feeling very faint, really unwell, and I was like, what is going on? And I messaged my coaches, and they were like, oh, are you putting salt on your meals? And I was like, yeah, like I just do like one turn of salt or whatever. It's not like I was scared of salt, but it's just not normal at the time. It wasn't normal for me to be adding so much salt to my meals because I came from a life where it was never a problem for me. I was intaking quite a bit of salt in my day. So they suggested that I start eating one pickle pre-workout and one pickle post-workout to help with my electrolytes. So that's what I do. Now I eat a pickle before I go to the gym. I eat a pickle after the gym. I love pickles, so it doesn't bother me. And I have never had that issue again. So this is something that I always do now. I'm always in there with the pickles. Sometimes I'll switch it up for spicy beans, but basically it's just something that has a good amount of salt in it for me, for what I'm taking into my body. Things like Powerade and Gatorade, I mean electrolytes, tons. I'm just like not a huge fan of sugary drinks, honestly. I don't like Coke, I don't like Pepsi, I don't really like sugary drinks. It just like, it makes my teeth feel weird. It's not my thing. Sometimes I'll have like a Diet Coke, not because I'm like worried about the sugar. I just like Diet Coke better. I know it's bad for you, like aspartame wise, that's a whole other thing. I eat my baby Dills, okay? If this is something that you know, are feeling lightheaded, this sort of thing while you're doing cardio, I don't know, maybe a suggestion to try a pickle before you work out or a pickle after you work out. It might do the trick. So that's really the only thing that I do at home before my workout. These are now things that I keep in my gym bag for the gym, but I put them in before the gym, you know? These guys. So these are the makeup eraser. This one's dirty, I need to wash it. But these are makeup erasers. You can get them from Sephora. I'll try and link everything that I can down below. But these are the makeup erasers, and I actually purchased these a couple of years ago, and I really have never had to replace them because they're fabric, you know, and they remove makeup so well. I wouldn't say that it substitutes for actually like washing your face with a cleanser and stuff like that, But if you're somebody who's on the go during the day, you like to go to the gym after work, you have a full face of makeup on maybe, this is something that's really nice to keep in your bag. So I have two of them just so that when one's in the wash, I can be using the other one. All I do is I drench this in water, I give it a little squeeze, and I just rub my face with it, and it takes off all my makeup. So it's nice if you, again, are just like coming from running errands or something like that, and you don't want to have to go all the way home, wash your face, you just have your gym bag in the car. These are really nice to have in your bag ready to go. So you can just wipe off your makeup at the gym, throw it into your little unmentionables bag or whatever. I don't know why they're called unmentionables. Your delicates bag, or if you just have like a grocery bag lying around or something, you can put it in there afterwards so that it doesn't get all of your other gym equipment that's in your bag wet. Just really nice to have. And I like that this is also reusable. So instead of carrying around makeup wipes that I'm then going to throw into the garbage, it's just really nice because quite frankly, for me, these work better because a lot of makeup wipes have like a fragrance to them and it irritates my skin. And so this is just a cloth, a microfiber type cloth with water on it, and it just does the trick. Here's something else that I always keep in my gym bag. Oftentimes I forget to put deodorant on at home, and so I just have a deodorant always in my gym bag just in case. Quite frankly, like, I don't really care, if I'm being completely honest. I put on deodorant for the sake of others. Okay, if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't put on deodorant, but I know how like frustrating it can be if you're at the gym and you know, you don't really need to be smelling everybody's sweat, you know? Sweating is perfectly normal and it's great, but when it comes with an odor that's like not so pleasant, obviously there's things that we can do to avoid that, so we do. Anyway, I keep a deodorant in my gym bag. This is actually my favorite deodorant. We are sponsored on the podcast by Native Deodorant, so we do have a discount code, so I'll leave that as well in the link down below. We don't make money off of the discount code, but you know, if you buy it, then like they see that you buy it because you saw it from us, and then I don't know, maybe they're more likely to sponsor us again. Don't know, but no pressure to use the discount code if you don't want to. Native Deodorant is my favorite deodorant. I use it every single day that I go to the gym. Coconut and vanilla is my favorite scent. If you guys watch Sam as well, Samantha Ravindal, her favorite scent is the cucumber mint, and yeah, I just really like it. It's made without parabens. It's aluminum free. It's natural deodorant. They also now have plastic-free deodorant, so it comes in recyclable packaging, which I really like. So lots of great options there with Native Deodorant. But again, just a stick of deodorant, you know, a little pit stick in there for the smelly situation. There have been many times previously that I did not have deodorant in my bag, and it was like, do people want to be working out next to me? Probably not. This is something that came into my gym bag so late on in the game. I am notorious for having my phone be dead. I don't know what it is. At night, I like to sleep with my phone. Maybe I'm a little bit addicted to my phone, but I often forget to plug it in. And throughout the day, I'm just charging it enough so that I can continue using it, answering emails, on social media, whatever. So this is something that I now bring in my bag. It lives in here. It's always in here. I used to just work out with my little backpack purse. I would keep it in my backpack purse. A lot of new gym equipment, the cardio equipment specifically is what I'm talking about, has USB plugs. So if you're somebody who does longer cardio, you can actually plug in your phone, have it charging while you're doing your cardio so that it's going up in juice, so that when you're doing your weight training or whatever else you do at the gym, you have a little bit more juice for your music or podcast or whatever you listen to at the gym. This was just a big game changer for me. I'm somebody who really needs to have music to like pump me up when I'm at the gym. I'm always like looking for new gym music, and if I don't, honestly, my gym session just is not as fun. I kind of look at the gym now as like my own little concert. I know that sounds really weird. I was just thinking this last night though. I really do. I dance it out. I dance it out at the gym, okay? If I'm in between sets, I'm always like moving and grooving. Like I have no shame, which like just makes it more fun, so who cares? It's super important for me to keep one of these in my bag just in case my phone's about to die. I've been at the gym with 1% before and it's just not a fun time. In keeping with electronics, I have AirPods, which I do love. I was like anti-AirPod for the longest time, not because I didn't think that they were a good product, but because they were so expensive. I was like, for headphones, like when I get headphones with my iPhone or whatever for free, I was like, I'm not spending $250 on a set of headphones. It's ridiculous. Sam bought me these for my birthday last year. 2 years ago, sorry. Oh my gosh, time flies. She bought me these for my birthday 2 years ago, and I just love them. I really like that you can have your phone in your gym bag if you work out with your small gym bag on the floor, or you can have your phone just like next to you when you're working out or during cardio, just on the machine, and you don't have to worry about it. Honestly, unreal, but that's not what I'm here to tell you about. I use these at home as well. So I use these to teach yoga at home. I use them to listen to podcasts while I'm cleaning. So they don't actually live in my gym bag. So there is an opportunity for me to forget them, which I've done before. This was a suggestion from a follower and now very good friend, Haley. She told me, what are you doing? Keep a second pair in your gym bag, you psycho. She didn't say psycho, but she did tell me this over a year ago. She said, oh, I always keep a second pair in my gym bag just in case I forget my headphones, because she understands the feels when you forget your headphones for the gym. Did I do it? Yeah, I did for like 6 months. And then I took them out for some reason. Maybe I was cleaning my gym bag. Anyway, it hadn't been a problem until last week when I got to the gym. Okay, please wait. I got to the gym. I pulled out my case for my AirPods. There were no headphones in there. I'm also notorious for leaving my AirPods just like around the house. So I'll take them out when I'm washing dishes to talk to someone and then just leave them on the counter, and then my case is just chilling where? Don't know. And then I pick up my case and bring it somewhere and I'm like, oh yeah, there's no headphones in there. That happened to me. Thankfully, my boyfriend was at the gym with me and he graciously offered me his headphones. But had that not happened, I would have gone through my whole workout without headphones. I know that this is like, poor me, but like, honestly, it's a big deal for me. These headphones, back in my bag. I'm not going to the gym without my headphones. If you have a second pair of headphones that you just have in a drawer or something, even if they're the ones that you get like complimentary on a flight from like 2006 or something like that, it's better than nothing, you know? So just plop those in your gym bag in case you forget your like go-to headphones. You have a backup set, and if you're not using them anyway around the house, does it really matter that they're in your gym bag? Probably not, but it'll matter when the time comes. So I know that not all gyms have lockers, but both of my gyms that I go to do have lockers. I have 3 gyms. All 3 of my gyms have lockers. And so I actually used to have a storage unit that I purchased this lock at, I want to say 5 years ago. This is a heavy duty lock. You know, try breaking that without bolt cutters, you know, like that's a pretty sturdy lock. So this is the lock that I use for the gym. I know that a lot of people use combination locks so that you don't have to carry around your keys. The only thing that I would say about that, and this is like so rare, like the chances of this happening in my opinion are like so slim, but those are actually quite easy to break is what I was told. I think if you just like yank on them really hard or something, somebody had told me that those are a lot easier to break than locks like this that have keys, specifically this like thickness or something. I don't know, I got advice one day and then I didn't ask any further. I just kind of like took it at face value. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why I keep using this, which leaves me with this set of keys that I have to like waltz around the gym with. But at least I know that my valuables are safe in the locker. And you know, somebody would have to go in there with some big ass bolt cutters in order to take my stuff, which I don't think they're gonna do anyway. So, you know, I always bring a lock in my gym bag. I just keep it in the side pocket and I always lock my stuff up. There have been times in the past where I haven't locked my stuff up, or I just keep it in a cubby on the gym floor. For me though, it's just not worth it, especially when this lock I think was like $5. So it's a lot more worth it for me to keep this lock, to have purchased this lock 5 years ago and just lock my stuff up, because then you don't have to go back and, you know, it's just like this whole thing, like why risk it is kind of my thought process. Keeping a lock in your bag, awesome, because then you never have to worry if your stuff is unsafe. That brings me to my next fave. I think that most of us know to carry a water bottle when you go to the gym. It's just important to like hydrate yourself. Some people think that you shouldn't hydrate yourself while you're working out. That's not my preference. I think that those people may have heard about chugging water during your workout and how that's not super beneficial, but taking small sips between sets after your cardio It's important to stay hydrated, you know? I feel like I don't have to say that. Anyway, this is my absolute favorite water bottle, and I've gone through a lot. I've gone through the Lululemon squeeze ones with the pull top. I've gone through other Contigo, I think that's how you say it, water bottles that literally just spill all over my car and myself. This is my favorite one. I'll try to find it and link it. The reason is it has this little, boop, I don't know if you can see that, but it has this little closed lid, especially in these times with COVID. I really like that this stays closed, so if I do drop my water bottle, it's not touching where my mouth is going to touch. So that's really important to me. I also like that nothing comes out of this water bottle unless I press the button on the back. That's the auto seal. So I did have another Contigo water bottle that didn't have this button. It was a disaster. It was a way cuter water bottle. Honestly, it was like teal. It had like different colors of teal. It was awesome. But like functional wise, it was horrific. I spilt it on my seat of my car twice. I've spilled it in the gym twice, and then I somehow lost it, and I was like, you know, it was meant to be. So I picked up another one of these, and I really like this one. First reason is because of this little flap. Second reason, we have the auto release button. Third reason, look at this little guy, okay? Great because you can clip it onto your gym bag, but also, wow. I did not think of this for far too long. I was like carrying my keys in my hand and this water bottle for like a full week, I would say, until I realized, oh, I can just clip it on there. I know at the gym that my water bottle always goes everywhere with me, so it makes sense for me to just throw my keys on there. Now I'm not worrying about my keys being in my pocket or like trying to like hook them onto my sports bra or something like that. They're just on my water bottle. This is my favorite water bottle. Let me know if you guys have water bottles you like, because water bottles are huge for me. I'm drinking out of it all day, so the fact that this is like this ugly gray color, in my opinion, not my favorite, but it is my favorite for functional reasons. So unfortunately, most of my face cloths are in the wash because I use them so often, but I'll use this as an example. I always keep a face cloth or a towel in my bag because I struggled for so long getting so much acne on my face, on my chin, on my chest, honestly, because I wasn't washing my face after the gym or after cardio. So this is a huge revelation for me. This one's a little bit big. You know, just imagine that it's like a tiny face cloth. What I do now is right after my cardio, my face is super sweaty. All of that sweat is drying to my skin for the rest of my workout. And so now what I do, let me get this hair out of my mouth. So now what I do is I take my little face cloth, I just put it in my little Discreets bag as well with the makeup eraser. I take that, I just go to the bathroom really quick, I just wet it, boom, wash my face just with water, just to get that kind of like whatever came out of my pores during my cardio off of my face. And then I just put it back into the intimates bag in my gym bag, and I go about my workout. When I implemented this into my gym routine, my skin honestly changed so much. Prior, I was like, every day I would wake up with new acne, and I was like, what is going on? At this time I was eating really, really clean, and I was drinking so much water, and I was exercising regularly, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And my skin had been clearing up. And so the only thing that was different was me doing more cardio and sweating for longer periods of time and allowing it to dry to my face. And I introduced this into the mix. Boom, my breakouts are a lot less frequent now. Oh, my feet are falling asleep because I'm like kneeling. Speaking of cardio, this is something that is just for the right now, probably until COVID kind of gets under control sort of thing. But masks. I, of course, always wear a mask the whole time I'm at the gym. The only time that I pull it down is to drink water. I use it while I'm doing cardio. I don't know that it's mandatory in all gyms, but even if it wasn't, I would still be wearing my mask just for safety reasons, especially when I have somebody in the house with a baby growing inside them, you know what I mean? It's just like, let's be responsible sort of thing. I wear a mask the whole time that I'm at the gym. Something I noticed early on in my mask wearing training days is that my mask would get completely soaked during my cardio, and then for the rest of my gym scenario, I'm like trying to breathe through this wet cloth material. So now I bring two masks. So I have one mask that I use for cardio, and then I have another mask that I use for my weight training. Doesn't matter which is which, but I head to the change room after my cardio, I take off my mask, I wash my face, and then I put on my nice fresh mask so I can do my weight training. The masks that I like to wear are by Strauss. They're quite expensive. Sam actually gave these to me, or I stole them or something of that sort, but I just really like these masks. You could wear literally any type of mask that, you know, covers your face, is going to keep you safe, that's recommended by the CDC, the WHO, you know what I'm saying, all that jazz. A lot of people have been saying that the surgical masks, the single-use surgical masks, are the easiest for them to breathe in when they're doing cardio. I don't like to use those just because I do feel like they're incredibly wasteful. But what I will say about that is if you're trying to learn and teach your body how to work out under that stress of having a mask on, it might be worthwhile using that mask that's easier to breathe in for a couple of cardio sessions before you go to a full-on fabric mask. It did take me, I would say, 3 cardio sessions to get used to working out with a mask on. They cover my whole face, which I like. They don't slide down. I find a lot of people having their masks slide down, and they're not trying to, but they're constantly having their nose exposed, which obviously we want to have the nose covered as well. So I really like that these don't fall down. I don't have to readjust them throughout my workout. So I really like these, but of course, any mask that's, you know, recommended is totally fine. That's just what I use. This is something that I brought into my car actually a little bit later on in my gym journey. So this is just about 3 months now that I've been doing this. I keep a package of rice cakes in my car. And the reason I don't put them in my gym bag is like I feel weird about eating in a change room, especially during these times. I don't know, it's just like something for me. So what I do is I just keep them in my car. These are the Crispy Minis caramel chocolate chip flavor rice cakes. And I like to keep them in my car in case for some reason my body just needed extra fuel that day and I didn't fuel it properly beforehand. Even if I did fuel my body properly before my workout, sometimes it just needs a little extra kick. And so I keep just like a really quick and easy carb in my car that I can consume so that I can finish my workout in a healthy way for me. Because if I try to continue without the proper fuel, it's just not good for my body. It doesn't make me feel good. So I'd rather have something in there that I can consume. That energy is going to get to me really quick because your body easily absorbs the carbs and easily uses it as fuel. And so for me, I just eat like a couple rice cakes and I immediately feel better and I head back into the gym and I finish crushing my workout. So keeping Crispy Minis in my car has become a standard for me. There's always a bag in there. Sometimes I'll even eat them after the gym if I'm feeling a little bit like, whoo, I just worked out really hard. I eat my pickle, eat my Crispy Minis sort of thing. So yeah, I really like having these in my car. You could have a protein bar in your bag, just really anything to like fuel your body in an semi-emergency, but we always obviously try not to get into an emergency situation. So as soon as my body's telling me, hey, it seems like you're out of fuel, I go, refuel, and then I head back into the gym. Okay, we're almost there. We've almost made it. This is my last tip, and this one again is something that I've brought in and then stopped doing and then brought back in, and honestly, it's making a huge difference for me right now, and so I really want to put emphasis on this. My body, for some reason, at this age, is just really loving acne. It's like you do anything to disrupt me. This is my skin talking. You do anything to disrupt me, I'm gonna give you a ton of pimples, okay? That's just how we're gonna work together right now. So recently I've been finding that I've got a lot of little blackheads, little tiny like pustules growing on my back. And I'm like, what is going on? Because again, haven't changed my diet, haven't changed my shampoo, everything is the same, except I had stopped using one of these bad boys. This is just one of your kind of run-of-the-mill brushes, and it has a long handle so that I can go and this is something that was recommended to me by one of my friends who's been working out for a long time, and it's the Murad Acne Control Body Wash. So I combine these two together. I pour a little bit of my Murad on this brush and I just all over my back and kind of up to my neck on the back, and it's making a huge difference for me. All of those little like pesky breakouts are starting to disappear. The reason that I had stopped using this brush initially is because it wasn't actually this brush. I had purchased one off of somewhere, Amazon maybe or something, and it had a wooden handle or a bamboo handle or something like that. It wasn't plastic or whatever this is. And it was living in my shower and it ended up growing mold. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be using this like moldy brush, even though the bristles were fine. I didn't want to like grab it with my hands and then start brushing myself. So I ended up getting rid of it and then I just never replaced it. Hence the acne started coming back. So I found this one at Bed Bath & Beyond. I love it so far. I've been using it for 2 weeks. I like that it's not going to grow mold because it's not that, you know, it's like it's finished of some sort, and the bristles are nice and soft. So the other one that I had as well had a little bit of coarser bristles, and I was getting concerned that I was like creating micro tears in my skin by using it. And I like that this brush is nice and soft, and so when I'm using it, it's not painful. It's just gently exfoliating my back, getting all those dead skin cells off, getting all the sweat and the oil off of my back so that it's not creating pimples later. I really like this. I've been using it, like I said, for a couple weeks now. This body wash I've been using for about a year. I really like it. I don't use it all over my body, just in the areas that I have the issues in, and it seems to be working, but it could just be that I'm using the brush, so can't say here nor there, but I do like the combination of them together. Well, you guys, that's it. That's all for me today. Those are my tips and tricks for the gym that have nothing to do with your workout. This gym bag is so heavy right now because the pickles are in there. I feel like I could bicep curl just this gym bag. Whew. Yeah, getting my workout in. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that some of these tips and tricks were things that you hadn't thought about and now you can bring into your gym routine. If you have any other questions about what I've shown you today, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and link everything in the description box below so that you can find it easy. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.